Hey everybody, Drew with BJJ. We're going to go over a very popular sweep from the closed guard that is called either a flower roll or pendulum sweep, depending what school you come from. It's popular because it's one of those great ones from the closed guard that will get you all the way from the bottom to full mount on the top without ever having to deal with their guard. So I'm always a fan of any ones that do that. And we'll give you a few different options. We're going to show two different variations of the sweep itself, as well as maybe an unconventional position to use it from you may not have seen before, and then actually using it as an attack at the end. So let's get into it. So for the original traditional flower roll, what I'm going to need is, if he's got a gi on, we're going to grab a spider grip on the side that we're going to be sweeping him towards. If we don't, you'll be grabbing either a wrist, or you can get overhooks, underhooks, anything to isolate this arm so that he can't put it out for a post once we start bringing him that way. Again, if the gi's on, the easiest one is just grabbing like this. It's an innocuous grip. He doesn't feel like he's being attacked or isolated, but it will hold that post in place when we need it to be. The second one is really the most important one in my opinion. This one is going to dive under this leg over here, and I want to dive deep enough that like my inner elbow here ends up at the back of his knee, so that this kneecap is like right at my shoulder. It's going to twist me 90 degrees underneath him, and part of doing that is going to involve unlocking my guard. So I'm going to be diving and unlocking at the same time, and then twisting my whole body 90 degrees. That's going to load us up to get ready for the sweep. So I've got my grip here. I'm going to dive, unlock, and twist. Now you notice both my feet are facing in that direction. That's what I want, because I'm going to use this one here, my free leg, to swing around. That's why some people call it pendulum sweep. We're going to add momentum with this pendulum motion, causing a big letter C right here. And one thing to note about this is when I swing it, I don't want to stop, excuse me, right here. This isn't far enough. When I tip him over, he's going to land on my leg, and it's going to make it awkward when I get to mount. I need to focus on swinging this one all the way through down here, so that there's a void for him to be knocked into. So once I get that swing going, right when it hits the bottom of this momentum down here, I'm going to kick my other leg here straight into his armpit. It's not a lift on this underhook on my arm, it's all about the legs at this point. So we're going to curl his C and then kick, over he comes, up I come, full mount. So one more time from the start, we're getting our spider grip. I'm going to dig that underhook, twist 90 degrees. I need this thing deep. His kneecap has to be right by my shoulder. This one's going to swing around. Once it gets low, we're going to kick, and over he comes. It's a very light, very simple sweep. Can be done on a large opponent, as long as you're deep enough underneath them. All right, the second version of this is going to be gi specific. I know the last one we used a spider grip on this side just because it's there. Didn't need to use it, but this particular one I do need grips because I'm going to use essentially a spider grip down on the cuff of his pants on this side that's going to replace that underhook that we used on the last one. So I'm still going to get this spider grip right here, and this time I'm just going to lean over like this and grab right at, here let's turn a little bit, right at the bottom of his pant right here, making sure not to put my fingers on the inside of the cuff. That's an illegal grip in tournament, plus it's illegal because you can get your fingers caught as things twist, and we don't want broken fingers. So we're just going to keep our fingers on the outside of the pants, holding on right here with that little piece of cloth that's usually a little loose right there. Now at this point, everything else is going to be the same, but it's all in one motion. So you'll notice I'm not quite 90 degrees. My guard isn't broken just like the last one was when we were ready to go. But I'm just going to turn my whole hips into that position and swing everything at the same time, which will look like this. We break, swing, and then lift this one high. It goes very light. It makes it extremely hard for him to fight when his leg is straight up in the air. So one more time, full speed. We're grabbing the spider grip here, leaning over, finding that cuff grip. Once we've made our grip, we're going to pull his arm this way and then swing all of the same actuations off the last version into place like this. Straight to mount. Okay, so I mentioned we're going to show a way to get to this sweep from an unusual or not as common position, but it's going to be a really nice switch from a crushed or stacked arm bar. So however I fetched up this arm, I've got it here, I'm turning, I get to this position, my opponent starts stacking me like this, yeah. And anybody who's been here knows that it's hard on your back. If you're like tunnel vision on trying to straighten up here, you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna tire out, and you're gonna lose this arm. So instead, what I'm gonna do, since I have this underhook on this side, if you started with this one, you're gonna need to switch. Okay, if you have it right here, I like to make like a grip on my hands, then pull it straight through to to make sure that I've got this outside overhook, I guess, on this arm. At this point, this hand here is going to come underneath the near leg, just like our first version right here. I'm already twisted into that position, ready to go. So once I've got this underhook on the leg, I'm going to swing this head side leg on this armbar control over like a pendulum and then kick into his armpit and bring him over right here. All right, so one more time, I'm setting up this armbar, however we like to set it up, getting to this position. Maybe this time I have the outside or inside arm here. I'm going to make a grip, pull it through right here, and then swing this one underneath. Once I've got these two in place, it's all about the legs. I'm just going to kick over and kick straight. Up we come. If you keep control over this arm, you can even try to turn over to re-get one that armbar from the top. Okay, the last version that I'm going to show here is a fake, or a bit of a ruse that we're going to use. We're going to make it seem a little bit like a flower roll, but purposely not trap this posting arm. So it's going to force him to put that post on the ground. Otherwise, he's giving us a pretty stupid sweep, which oftentimes people just naturally are going to post when they're falling to a side. So what I'm going to do is, instead of grabbing the side that I'm going to bring him towards, I'm going to grab the wrong side right here. Same grip, still grabbing that spider grip, and I'm grabbing down the pants like that second version. I'm going to swing my legs this way, and as he posts here, I'm going to bring this leg out. I'm going to switch my hips hard in the opposite direction and drag this arm this way. So we end up in a nice tight triangle that we can finish right there. So one more time on that fake out, we're going to grab the wrong side spider grip, down at the cuff. I'm going to swing him over, he's going to post, bring that leg out right here underneath this nice big A-frame he's built for us. And then once I got my leg beside his head, I need to twist hard with my hips in the opposite direction, this way. I'm going to squeeze, if you can notice, I'm going to squeeze this leg against his shoulder, nice and tight to drive it right against his neck, and then hook up and squeeze for the finish. So there you have a nice overview of the flower roll or pendulum sweep with a few different options, both from a broken armbar position and also just that fake out where we're going to switch it into a triangle choke. I've had tons of success with this one. I know a lot of people do. It's a staple in everybody's guard game, all the way up from white to black. So definitely get the reps in on this one, get those details figured out, and it's going to treat you very well over the years. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, see other videos, and I'll see you on the next one.